Welcome to the Foresters pregame show presented by Coastal Copy, and we are joined by a player today, Jack Fowler. Jack, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, pleasure to be with you here.
All right, Jack, we've seen you on the hill a number of times this season. The most starts for any Forester. Ideally, if you could map out your routine prior to a start, what would it be?
Routine for me, I get to the field about an hour 15 before. I'll get some work in with the trainer or whoever's here, get stretched out a little bit, and then I get right into my thing, doing some dynamic out in the outfield, getting my arms loose, hit the bands, plyos, play catch with my catcher, get off the mound, and then we're in the dugout, anthem, and we get out there and rolling.
Rock and roll right from there?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So after a start, what's the ideal recovery, or how do you recover to get ready for your next time that you throw?
Recovery for me just kind of looks like hanging out. I'll sleep, get up the next morning, maybe get a light lift in, and then when I get to the field, I'll make sure to roll out, stretch my body, run a little bit, and then probably take it easy on the catch play for the day. But then following day, I'll make sure to get the arm moving again. So,
If you had to listen to any one song before a start, what would it be? No pressure.
any one song, I'm not sure. My walkout song for Pepperdine was "Till I Collapse" by Eminem. So that one got me in a good headspace for sure. Yeah.
And you mentioned Pepperdine, Jack. How would you rate your experience this past year with the Waves?
I mean, 10 out of 10 experience for me. I had a lot of fun with my teammates, and we had a great year. We had one of the best seasons in the recent decade. So, getting to be a part of that and a part of a building program, and we're moving things in the right direction for sure.
So, Jack, we've seen you on the hill this season, but we've also seen you in batting practice in the cage. How often do you take cuts during batting practice?
I'm during the whole college season, I was hitting every day. I'd get my work in, make sure to keep the maintenance there, and then out here just looking to see myself in the box here soon. We'll see if we can get in there.
Have you always been a two-way guy? Have you always just been on the hill and also taking cuts in the box?
Yeah, ever since I was growing up, I probably did the hitting thing first before got up on the mound, but all in high school I was two-way. Whenever I would pitch, I would hit as well, and then after that I would go out, play some outfield, play some first base, and just run around.
In terms of pitching, a couple more questions for you, Jack. Favorite pitch to throw?
Right now, my favorite pitch to throw would be my changeup. I really elevated it this last season, and it's been a really good put away pitch.
And how were you able to elevate the changeup?
A lot of work with a couple pitching coaches. We had a pitching coach in the fall and then a different one in the spring, but they were both great. They both worked on it with me, some cues, getting my body moving in the right direction, and it's been really good in game.
Final question for you. I've been asking a couple of guys this. Favorite flavor of ice cream?
Ice cream flavor. I like a good rainbow sherbet.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
me and my mom, we'll get a pint together and eat that at home on the couch.
Love it, Jack. Well, appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks, Hunter.
First pitch coming up right after this. Welcome to Santa Barbara and the CCL Baseball on the Foresters Broadcast Network. The Foresters homestand continues as they welcome in the San Diego Waves for the final time this season. I'm Hunter Shoemake, and we welcome you to Eddie Matthews Field. The Foresters playing their fourth game of this homestand, and they are taking on the San Diego Waves. And how can the Foresters bounce back? They lost yesterday for just the second time all year long. Dropped the game 3-1 to the Slow Blues. Trey Legron got the win in that game for the Blues. And how can the Foresters bounce back today? Zane Burns, the right-handed pitcher, gets his third start of the year, and he'll be facing this lineup for the San Diego Waves. Owen Baxter leads off, batting second. Tyler Wick, Kareem Rusovic bats third. Hank Hansen in the 4 spot, batting fifth. Andreas Nilsson, batting sixth. Brady Lieben in the 7 hole. Michael Hollis Batting 8th, Sam Tucci, and Derek Kraus is the number 9 batter for the Waves, with Brandon Bowler getting the ball on the hill. Burns gets us underway, strike 1 on Baxter. Baxter hitting 200 this season for the San Diego Waves, and that 200 average across 20 games being played by the Waves this year. That's over to Josh Woodworth. He flips 1 away. Let's take a look at the defense today for the Foresters. Landon Schaefer is at third. Chris Newstrom is at short. Joe Sandusky at second. Woodworth making the play over at first. Carter Rutenbar behind the plate. Makani Navarro is in left field. Christian Turner is in center. And Kurt Ippolito is in right. So with 1 down, bases clear. Here's Wick. A low strike, 0-1. We were just discussing for the San Diego Waves, they are an affiliate of the CCL South, but they still play pretty much a full schedule during the summer. 20th game of the summer, just their 6th in CCL play. They are 9-10 and 1-4 in CCL League play. Wick Interstate hitting .410 for the Waves. The 1-2 from Burns, 2-2. And for Burns this season, he has been fantastic on the hill for the Foresters. 2 starts, he has gone 9 innings between the 2. No earned runs given up by Burns. Struck out 12. And now make it 13, 2 out.
That strikeout was sponsored by Lee and Sons Plumbing. Up next to bat is number 23, Kareem Arusovic. Arusovic is our chosen beer batter for today's game. A strikeout from him gets you a coupon for beer at Old Kings Road. Cheer for beer.
So here's Kareem Arusovic with 2 down, bases clear. Arusovic hitting .412 this season. Strike 1. Burns' fastball sits low 90s. Locates there on the starting right fielder for the San Diego Waves. And it's been a busy week for San Diego this past couple of days. They have gone 3-2 this week, 0-2 in CCL play. And remember, they're playing their 20th game of the summer, so they've had a busy slate, including a road trip, say more than a road trip, a long trip up to Alaska, played 6 games up there. The first time they played the Foresters last week was on the heels of that long trip up north. Not missed by much. Burns does not get the call. 3 balls and 1 strike on Arusovic. If the inning continues, it's Hansen. Fly ball to center. Turner adjusts. And a 1-2-3 first for Zane Burns. Scoreless through a half. Foresters coming up.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com.
Bottom of the first, scoreless game. Here's the lineup for the Forsters. Leading off, Joe Sandusky. He is at second base. Christian Newstrom bats second at short. Batting third, doing the catching, Carter Rutenbar. The middle three, Addison Klepsch, the DH. Kurt Ippolito in right. Makani Nabarro in left. On the back end, Landon Schaefer at third. Josh Woodworth at first. Christian Turner gets the start in right. We've already seen Burns on the hill. And Brandon Bowler, the left-handed pitcher, gets the nod today for the Waves. So the Forsters faced a starting right-hander yesterday and a starting left-hander for San Diego, who has been so good this season. 12 innings pitched for the left-hander. Just his second start. It's an ERA of less than 1 entering this start today. Ball and strike on Sandusky, starting at second base today for the Forsters. Hitting .345 entering this game. And how can Santa Barbara bounce back after just their second loss of the season yesterday? The Stars had their chances. They left 12 on base. They lost by 2. When you look at what the Slow Blues left, they only left 3. So the Forsters had a number of chances late, were unable to find that timely hit, end up losing by 2 runs. It's 1-2. That is lined to Kraus. 1 away.
Up to bat, number 30, Chris Newstrom.
So 1 down. Here's Chris Newstrom. Chris getting the nod at short today for Bill Pintard. Yesterday started at the hot corner. So for the second day on the left side of the infield, but slid over to shortstop. First pitch in the dirt from Bowler, ball 1. And with the Forsters dropping the game yesterday, they're now 15-2 in their 17 games played this year, and their second meeting against the San Diego Waves. And the first meeting was on the 18th. Forsters actually walked it off against the San Diego Waves, won 5-4. It was the Janusic bases clearing double that gave the Forsters the win back on the 18th. That's a bouncer. Here's Wick. Makes the play, 2 down. Dealt with the funny hop well, and here's the defense for the Waves. Hank Hansen is at third. Wick just making the nice play at short. Derek Kraus at second. Andreas Nilsson at first. Brady Lieben behind the plate. Sam Tucci is in left. In center, Michael Hollis. And in right, Kareem Arusovic. So 2 down. Base is clear. Batter is Rutenbar. That is down, ball 1. Fantastic season this past year for Rutenbar in Arkansas. Man who hails from Texas. Played in 51 games for the Razorbacks. Gets ahead 3-1 on Brandon Bowler. The inning continues. It will be Klepsch, the DH, on deck. The inning continues. First base runner of the ball game for the Forsters. It's Rutenbar.
Up to bat, number 4, Addison Klepsch.
So here's the designated hitter. Klepsch hitting .333 entering this ball game. Yesterday, for the Forsters, the DH, well, it's Cole Chamberlain. And also Nick Salmon. That is outside third. Strike 1. That gets away from Lieben. Down to second goes Rutenbar. And with 2 down, the Forsters have their first man in scoring position. And here's a towering fly ball into left. Sends Tucci back right in front of the wall. And a loud third out ends the first. The Forsters strand Rutenbar after 1 scoreless from Eddie Matthews Field. Santa Barbara Airport with 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta, Southwest, and United, with 13 nonstop destinations with Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Oakland, Phoenix, Portland, Sacramento, Salt Lake City, San Diego, San Francisco, and Seattle. With 26 daily departures, SBA's newest daily service to Chicago and San Diego ensure that you can get all over the world with just one easy connection. Skip the traffic and stress of driving to LA and enjoy a stress-free start to your trip by flying SBA. Learn more and book your flight today at flysba.com. Santa Barbara Airport. Depart differently. Zane Burns, a 1-2-3 first, navigates Hank Hansen, Andreas Nilsson, and Brady Lieben. Top of 2, scoreless after 1. We appreciate you joining us on the Forsters Broadcast Network. First pitch in there. Strike 1. The last time that Zane Burns took the hill for the Forsters, well, he was pitching at the exact same team. Burns' second start of the season was on the 18th against the San Diego Waves. Ended up going 5 shutout innings. Rather, there were 3 runs that came around on his watch, though none of them were earned to his line. Here's a 0-2. Struck him out 1 away. And in that game for Burns, no decision because the Forsters walked off in the 9th, but Burns struck out 9 through 5. And it was the first inning that the Waves got him for 3 runs, which were unearned. There was a 2-out error mixed in there. But at one point, he struck out 6 straight and retired 9 straight between the 2nd and 5th inning. Ball and strike on Andreas Nilsson. Nilsson hitting .242 for the Waves on the year. In terms of what the Waves have done in CCL play, this is their 6th game. They have gone to 1-4. And when you look at some of the other affiliates of the CCL, some teams just solely play teams in the CCL, but other teams, such as the Waves, play really a full schedule like any full franchise team. That's a strikeout. Going to be tough for Rutenbar, and makes the play, but safe with Woodworth off the bag. So Nilsson strikes out, reaches on a drop third strike.
Up to bat, number 7, Brady Lieben.
So the first base runner reaches on the drop third K. Third punch out for Burns has to navigate the first base runner of this game. It was a heck of a throw from Rutenbar just to try to get it to Woodworth from an awkward angle. Pulled Josh off the bag, and as a result, first base runner. Strike one on Brady Lieben. Foul, strike two. Burns, the man who hails from Chandler, Arizona. 15 appearances with Oklahoma State this past year. 1 on, 1 out. 1-2. 2-2. Lieben does the catching today for the Waves, hitting .208. In the first meeting, the Waves pushing 4 runs on 8 hits, left 7 back on the 18th. And this is a San Diego Waves team fresh off a game yesterday against the Conejo Oaks. It was a close one. Dropped that game 7-6. On the outside corner, 2 down. Fourth strikeout for Burns.
Up to bat, number 26, Michael Hollis.
So Burns is K'd 3 in the second. The drop third strike with Nilsson the first man to reach base in this ball game. Upstairs, ball 1. Hollis hitting .231 this year for the San Diego Waves. Straight away to center field, but straight at Turner. And Burns works around the base runner, strikes out 3, has to face 4, and through 1.5. Scoreless from Santa Barbara.
Foresters fans love to watch a winning team. Like the Foresters, Coastal Copy has also put together a winning team. For more than 50 years, the friendly folks at Coastal Copy have been your local source for copiers, printers, and equipment service for businesses of all sizes. Call them today at 800-995-8835 or visit coastalcopy.com. Coastal Copy is proud to be a sponsor of the Foresters radio family and of the Hugs for Cubs. Coastal Copy and the Foresters, second to none.
Of town. At Santa Barbara Airport, we feel it too. But when you're ready to trade the usual view for something new, don't drive to LA. Depart stress-free at SBA. With 26 daily nonstops to 13 destinations, we're one stop to anywhere in the world. Go ahead, scratch that travel itch. Just skip the hustle. Visit flysba.com and take off easy. Santa Barbara Airport. Depart differently.
Bottom of 2, Ippolito, Navarro, Schaefer for the Foresters, scoreless game. Second and final meeting of the year between the Foresters and the San Diego Waves. That's on the outside corner, strike 1 to dealt by Brandon Bowler, worked around a 2-out walk and a pass ball in the last inning. Kurt Ippolito batting 5th today. Bounced over to Hansen. And Hansen, a nice play over at third, 1 away.
Up to bat, number 7, Makani Nabarro.
So with 1 down, this is Makani Nabarro. Makani back in the lineup today, starting in left field. A couple days ago, started in right. Reaching for it and straight to Nilsson, but it gets through. Nabarro is on with 1 out in the second.
Now hitting, number 24.
Goes down his knee, 3. And Nabarro reaches in front of Landon Schaefer. Bowler starts off Schaefer. Fastball away at the knees. 1-0. 1-1. Runners on the move and off to the right now to play by Schaefer. 2 strikes now. Nabarro is 6 for 6 this season in the running game. And the Foresters, actually this week, it's simmered down a little bit. The Foresters were all gas, no breaks on the base pass really for the first 2 weeks. Just a single stolen base. The game's being played this week. That's going to miss upstairs on the breaking pitch, 2-2. After Santa Barbara stole 6 on Sunday, the first 3 games of the week, they've only stolen 1. That's in the air to shallow left. Tucci moves in and secures out number 2.
Now hitting is number 20, Josh Woodworth.
With 2 down, the batter is Josh Woodworth. The two-way man. Saw him on the hill yesterday. Pitched 2 innings for the Foresters. And Woodworth hitting .308 at the plate. So 1 on, 2 down. Bowler fires a strike. Nabarro's on the move, and the ball gets away to center. And Nabarro make it 7 for 7. Stolen bases on attempts this year. Second straight inning, the Foresters have a base runner with 2 down in scoring position. Rutenbar was stranded there in the last. Into left, but straight at Tucci to retire the side. Bowler works around an error. After 2, scoreless from Eddie Matthews Field.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com.
Final game of the season into the third inning. Final game of the season between the Foresters and the Waves. Tucci, Kraus, Baxter. 8, 9, and 1. That's on the outside corner by Burns, strike one. That was pitch number 30 for Zane. The last time that he pitched and the last time that he faced the San Diego Waves, ended up throwing 78 pitches. And that got him through 5, quickly ahead 0-2. Struck out 3 in the last. One did reach on a drop third strike. First base runner of the game for the Waves. That's up the middle, and a base hit starts the fourth.
Now batting number 13, Derek Cross.
So Tucci leads off the third with a single, and the batter is the number 9 man, Derek Kraus. That's popped up to the right side, and no chance for Woodworth. Kangaroos off the first base dugout, strike one. So the first hit of the game off the bat of Sam Tucci. Burns just gave up 4 hits to the Waves in the first meeting. Zane did not record the decision in that game. She has not recorded a decision in his first 2 starts. Ball and a strike. And even with that loss yesterday for the Sturs, leading the CCL South with the record of 15-2. The next closest team, the OC Riptide, will likely say that the rest of the season, OC 12-6. Last pitch was in there. It's now 1-2 on Kraus. Bounced outside third. Kraus hitting 143. And all of these averages for the Waves through their entire season. So all 20 games factored in, not just in CCL play. Again, just their 6th game in CCL play, but all of these statistics for the Waves encompassing their entire season. That's rolled to the right side. It was a long run for Sandusky. Knocks it down, but back-to-back singles for the Waves. Starts the third.
Now batting number 11, Owen Baxter.
So 2 on, nobody out. Back to the top of the order with Owen Baxter. 0 for 1, retired 3-1 his first time. Ball 1. How does Burns navigate this traffic? One and one. In the first meeting, and last time that Burns pitched, it was the Waves that hit him up a little bit in the first. Granted, there was an error mixed in there. None of the runs were earned. It was a 3-hit first inning for the Waves. Last time that the 2 teams played. They pushed in 3 of their 4 runs in that inning alone, and then Burns was lights out the rest of the way. 4 scoreless innings after that. 1 point, retired 9 straight. Fluttered up. Sandusky makes the play. 1 away.
Now batting number 19, Tyler.
So a critical first out for the cause for Burns. Ground ball to get out of this inning, and the batter is Tyler Wick. Burns got him on a strikeout in the first. But Wick has had a really nice start to his time with the Waves. Wick enters this game going 4 for 10 at the dish so far this season. He has already brought home 3. One and one. Right up the middle, and a base hit. The Waves strike first on the RBI by Wick. The ball gets away, and a free base for the 2 runners. 1-0 San Diego.
Now batting. It's our Old Kings Road beer batter, number 23, Kareem Arusa.
So 2 in scoring position. Kraus the lead runner. Wick down to second after the RBI. And it's now Kareem Arusovic. As it stands, no error on the play and a single for Tyler Wick. Ball 1 to Arusovic. That's a fly ball to right at Ippolito. Has out number 2. And it's going to be a sac fly for Arusovic. 2-0 Waves.
Now batting number 20, Hank Hansen.
So on the fly out, Wick over to third. And the batter is Hank Hansen. 2 runs in, 2 down. Hansen struck out when he led off in the second. Fouls it back. Strike 1. Ball and strike on Hansen, starting at third today for the Waves. Wick brought home this first run of the inning. He is at third, but he got underneath it. That sends Newstrom back. Newstrom back. Turner comes in, secures out number 3, and the Waves 2 runs on 3 hits. They're on top 2-0. Bottom of the third, Foresters bat. Turner, Sandusky, and Newstrom.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com.
Foresters trail. Turner leads off. 9-1 and 2 for Santa Barbara. Turner gets his first look at Brandon Bowler. Has worked around 2 base runners. Foresters have gotten one on via a walk, one on via an error. That's fluttered into left, and that ball is caught. What a play by Sam Tucci, one away. Turner was standing at second base, thinking that ball was down, as did the first base dugout for the Foresters. But Sam Tucci, what a play, and here's Bill Pintar just outside your picture,
Joseph Sandusky.
who now strolls through the infield. Regardless of whether that ball was caught or down, what an effort from Tucci. And the manager in his 32nd year with the Foresters. He picked up his 1,200 career win last Sunday. And the crew will come together. So after a 2-spot in the last inning by the Waves, Foresters for the second straight game conceding runs first. It hasn't been too often that the Foresters concede runs first. They have been so good at scoring runs, averaging 8.5 runs a game. Work to do here. It's just in the bottom of the third. 2-0 Waves. And after an adamant decision that Tucci made the catch, made the play, a pretty lengthy conversation for our crew, our plate umpire and the third base umpire. You have to imagine that the plate umpire might have saw something as well if this conversation is this long. But regardless, the next batter will be Sandusky. And they're going to overturn it. So Turner
Christian Turner with a double.
leads off the third with a double.
Now batting number 6, Joseph Sandusky.
And the explanation right behind Joe Sandusky, one of the coaches for the San Diego Waves. And our third base umpire doing most of the talking, as he was the one that made the initial call and then likely overruled by our plate umpire. So it's a leadoff double for Turner in the first hit of the game for the Foresters. And for the second straight inning, the Foresters have a man in scoring position, this time with nobody out. So after the delay, Bowler, second time through the lineup with Sandusky in the leadoff spot today. Primarily this year, Marcus Grease has been the top spot of the order. Sandusky gets the nod up there this afternoon. Strike one, ball one, missing away at the knees. In the last 2 games, Grease has started in the top spot. Farr got the start on Tuesday. In the air to right, drifting, and that ball's cutting. It is outside the chalk line. Foul. And Sandusky, what a year it was at Weatherford College. A junior college in Weatherford, Texas. It was his freshman year after graduating from McNeil High School. Joe had 231 plate appearances, hit .317, brought home 40, going to Texas A&M this coming fall. An opportunity after the call being overturned. Initially ruled that Turner was retired. Conversation with our umpiring crew. Turner given 2 bases. Nobody out in the third. That's down the line. Sandusky digs for 2 and brings home the first run of the game for the Forsters. 2-1 ball game in the third.
Joseph Sandusky.
Back-to-back doubles start the third. So after hitless through the first 2 extra base hits start the third inning, and the batter is Chris Newstrom. Tying run in scoring position with nobody out.
Chris Newstrom.
Newstrom was retired 4-3 in the opening inning. And Sandusky, one of the best runners on this team. Breaking pitch missing inside, 1-0. So a great response from the Forsters. A Forsters team that was dealt just their second loss of the season yesterday, held to a single run on 4 hits, though they had some base runners. The Forsters walked 9 times in the game yesterday. They left 12 on base. That's outside third, strike 1. They had their chances, couldn't come up with that timely hit down the stretch. Their lone run, they pushed in the 6th. Right after conceding the first runs of this game. Back-to-back extra base hits. Ball 2. Remember, Brandon Bowler, through 12 innings pitched in the entire season for the San Diego Waves, including all the games being played for the Waves this year, all 20 of them, has only given up 1 earned run. The RBI by Sandusky made it 2. Late time being granted. No pitch, remains 2-1. Chris Newstrom has been the past 2 years with Tennessee. A native of Scottsdale, Arizona. A number of guys on the lineup today hailing from the state of Arizona. 15 starts this past year with the Volunteers. 60 plate appearances. 2-2. So after back-to-back doubles, Bowler was actually working pretty quick through the first 2 in terms of recording outs. The back-to-back doubles. Still nobody out in the third. Sandusky's on the move, a ball at the plate, and Sandusky into third base, stolen base number 3 for Joe. So after the RBI double, Sandusky, the fly ball away from plating the tying run. Runners on the corners. The first three all reach base for the Foresters in the third. Second walk given up by Brandon Bowler. So Newstrom reaches safely for the first time today. And the batter is Carter Rutenbar. Walked his first time. A strike on the inside corner at 84 from Bowler. 0-1. One run in. The first three have all reached. Fluttered up. Back goes Wick without number one. Big first out for Bowler.
Number 4, Addison Klepch.
And the batter is Addison Klepch, 0 for 1. Took one for a ride and left, was retired by Tucci. So the first out recorded. Sandusky at third, Newstrom at first. Newstrom has stolen 4 bases this season on 6 attempts. That's in there. Strike one. In the previous half inning, 2 runs on 3 hits for the Waves. Runners on the move. That's off to the right now to play strike 2. And on a day in Santa Barbara where the temperature is staying low, cloud cover staying in the area, a cooler day in recent memory that we've had here in Santa Barbara. That's 0-2. And then Newstrom, after making the jump, last pitch, checked on by Bowler. Knocked down by Hanson, but that ball hit hard enough by Klepch to tie the game. First to third goes Newstrom in safely, down to second Klepch, and this game is tied in the third.
Klepch with the RBI.
Hanson
Now batting, number 18.
got a piece of it,
Toledo.
but was hit hard enough as Klepch brings home the tying run, 2-2 in the third. So after conceding 2 runs, the Foresters tied the game, and they look for more. Second and third, just a single out. Ball 1 to Kurt Ippolito. A high strike, 1-1. Popped up into foul ground. Playable for Liban. The catcher makes the squeeze right in front of the chain link fence for out number 2.
Now batting, number 7, Makani Navarro.
So second and third, 2 down. And a shot into right by Nakani Nabarro, but straight to Arusovic ends the inning. The Foresters get home to Strand 2, and this game is tied after 3, 2 runs apiece between the Waves and the Foresters.
Can you feel that? That little itch to get out of town? At Santa Barbara Airport, we feel it too. But when you're ready to trade the usual view for something new, don't drive to LA. Depart stress-free at SBA. With 26 daily nonstops to 13 destinations, we're one stop to anywhere in the world. Go ahead, scratch that travel itch. Just skip the hustle. Visit flysba.com and take off easy. Santa Barbara Airport. Depart differently.
Brand new game tied 2-2, 5-6-7 for the Waves. Ball missing down and away at the knees from Burns. Ball 1 to Andreas Nilsson, then Lieben and Hollis for the San Diego Waves. Both teams exchanged 2 runs in the last inning. That's a fly ball to left. And Navarro says he has it, 1 away.
Now batting, number 7, Brady Lieben.
And by the way, in that last inning for the Foresters, all 3 hits went for doubles. The RBIs by Sandusky and Klepsch. So here's Lieben. Ball 1. Burns got him on a strikeout in the second. And that was pitch 53 from Zane. So far through 3 1/3. The last time that Burns tossed against these San Diego Waves, ended up throwing 78 pitches to go through 5. And falls behind 3-0. And Lieben saying it didn't hit him, but our plate umpire is going to put him down to first base, so a hit batsman puts 1 on with 1 out in the 4th.
Now batting, number 26, Michael Hollis.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
So 1 on, 1 out. And it's Michael Hollis. 0 for 1, lined out to center his first time. Off to the right, out of play, strike 1 on the center fielder for San Diego. The San Diego team off a 1-run loss yesterday to the Conejo Oaks. The Conejo currently 3rd in the CCL standings at 8-6. Also played the OC Riptide. They played 2 CCL games. Here's a ball straight away to center, sends Turner back. 2 down. And that game against the Riptide was on Tuesday. Lost that game 5-0. And the Waves were actually in action on Monday. Played a doubleheader down the San Diego area against the San Diego Hustle. Won 10-0 and then 15-5. So 1 on, 2 down, and it's Sam Tucci, who singled his first time scored. And that was the first of 3 hits in the last inning. Ball and strike on Tucci. And actually, both teams 2 runs on 3 hits in that last inning. Granted, all 3 of the Forster hits, good for 2 bases. 1-1 from Burns. Foul back. Strike 2. Burns will throw pitch number 60. Coming up here to Sam Tucci. You look at what the starters have done in recent games for the Forsters. Vincent yesterday went 3+. Was on the hook for the loss after throwing 50 pitches. Game before that, Grove threw 68 to get through 5. Got the win. Here's the 1-2 to Tucci. And a shot in the right center field. Ippolito can't make the play. It bounces right in front of him. A double from Tucci. Continues the inning with 2 down in the 4th. He's 2 for 2.
Now batting number 13, Derek Kraus.
So 2 in scoring position. And Burns will have to navigate the number 9 man, Derek Kraus. Infield single his first time scored. When it was back-to-back singles that started the last for the Waves. Ball 1. And Sam Tucci, he's now 2 for 2. He was hitting 190 entering today. And a 2-hit game for Tucci, who's actually also had a lot of action in the left field already in this game. And here comes Earl Carruthers, pitching coach for the Forsters, out to the hill. And so the Forsters playing their 18th game of the season. What's that mean? They have a 34-game regular season slate. And every Forster season always culminates to the NBC tournament in Wichita, Kansas. And for the San Diego Waves, playing a lot of teams, even played the San Diego Stars earlier this week. Beat the Stars 8-0, and the Stars were a team that last year made it out to Wichita. A couple of teams from San Diego have consistently made their way out to that NBC tournament year in and year out. And no team has won more NBC tournaments than the men in blue. The Forsters have won 10, their last of which in 2022. After the mound visit, that ball's in the right center field. Off the bat of Derek Kraus, brings 2 more to the plate. It's going to be close at second. That ball got away, and Kraus slides in the 2-run double. Makes it a 4-2 ball game in the 4th. So Kraus is able to stretch it. And for the third straight half inning, 2 runs have been pushed in. And Kraus is now 2 for 2. Back to the top. Off the bat of Baxter. Here's Newstrom. Retires the side. But 2 more are brought in off the bats of the San Diego Waves. Bottom of the inning we go. 4-2 San Diego.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Forsters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Forsters for several seasons. Just like the Forsters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
So for the second straight inning, the Foresters find themselves trailing by 2 when they come to the plate. 3 straight half innings, both teams scoring 2 runs in each half inning. Schaefer, Woodworth, Turner, the bottom 3, get their first look at Josue Sayer, first pitching change of the game for the Waves. Bowler ends up going 3, giving up the 2 runs, all of them earned against the Foresters. And Schaefer leads off for Santa Barbara. A low strike starts off the inning. Schaefer 0 for 1. Flew out to left his first time. It was the last inning when the Foresters entered down by 2. Found 2 runs to equalize. That's outside third, strike 2. For Brandon Bowler, goes 3. 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and no strikeouts for the starter for the San Diego Waves. After Schaefer is Josh Woodworth and Christian Turner. Great take on the inside edge. It's 2-2. Josue Sayer thought he had out number 1. Foul means 2-2. When the 2 teams met on the 18th, the Waves were leading 4-2 entering the last. Foresters were able to get 3 straight base runners. Janusik ended up walking it off, but the bases clearing double. Right now the Foresters down by 2. A strikeout starts the inning, 1 away. The first strikeout by Waves pitching. And the first strikeout for Sayer.
Josh Woodward.
And Josh Woodworth digs in for the second time. Josh 0 for 1 lined up to left. Back in the second. So 1 down, bases clear. Woodworth takes a low strike. 0-1. This is a Waves pitching staff this season through the course of their 20 games. 4.93 ERA. In terms of that metric in CCL play, just over 6. The ERA for the San Diego Waves and the pitching staff for the Foresters has been so good all season long, really from day 1, day in and day out for the Sturs. The best pitching staff in terms of ERA in the CCL. That metric for the Foresters, 1.73. Woodworth now in the hole. Ball and 2 strikes. Handled by Lieben, 2-2. After Woodworth is Christian Turner. So Woodworth fell behind the counts, now full. It was the last inning that the Foresters got their first 3 men aboard. Actually, their first hit of the ball game. The 3-2 from Sayer. Off the end of the bat, good work by Woodworth. Struck him out, 2 down. Back-to-back case for Josue Sayer.
Now batting, number 3, Christian Turner.
So with 2 out, it's the number 9 man, Christian Turner. And he kicked off the party in the last. CT3 doubled into left, and if you're with us then, initially ruled that Sam Tucci made the catch on a shallow hit ball into left. It was then overturned. It was then changed to a double for Turner. First pitch fell, strike 1. And for Turner, his 7th hit of the summer. Was hitting .620 entering today. That's .300. Smaller sample size for Turner. He was more of a recent addition for the Foresters, as the roster more or less has pretty much been solidified. A couple more guys will trickle in this week and prior to the start of July. And Turner in the hole, 0-2. Sayer strikes out the side. Lieben retires Turner at first. And Josue Sayer sits the Foresters down in order to case the side after 4. It was a 4-2 lead for the Waves.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com. Foresters fans love to watch a winning team. Like the Foresters, Coastal Copy has also put together a winning team. For more than 50 years, the friendly folks at Coastal Copy have been your local source for copiers, printers, and equipment service for businesses of all sizes. Call them today at 800-995-8835 or visit coastalcopy.com. Coastal Copy is proud to be a sponsor of the Foresters radio family and of the Hugs for Cubs. Coastal Copy and the Foresters, second to none.
Fifth inning, first pitch and change for the Forsters. Henry Prindle takes over for the Sturs. 2-3-4 for the San Diego Waves. Zane Burns, the starter for Santa Barbara, ends up going 4. Gives up 5 hits, no walks, and struck out 4. On the hook in this one, with the Sturs trailing by 2. And Tyler Wick digs in. A 1 for 2 days so far for the starting shortstop. Goes after the first pitch, and that's in the foul ground for strike 1. We last saw Prindle on the 19th, so it's been a little bit since Henry's been on the bump for Bill Pintard and the Foresters. Fly ball into right. Sends Ippolito back a couple steps. He has out number 1. And for Prindle, got hit up a little bit in his last outing against the Arroyo Seco Saints. In the game that the Foresters won 13-9 on the road. Good to see Prindle record the first out to settle things in. Now the number 3 man, Kareem Arusovic, digs in for his 3rd time today. Arusovic takes a strike. He's 0 for 1. A sac fly his last time to make it at the time a 2-0 lead in the top of the 3rd. That's right where we stand in the top of the 5th. And a towering fly ball sends Ippolito back right in front of the wall for out number 2. So Rusovic gave it a ride. He does have 1 home run this season, but 2 down. And actually, the Foresters and the Waves both have 6 home runs this year. The Foresters slugging .405 on the season. The Waves .321 in terms of the power game for these two teams. So with 2 down, this is Hank Hansen. On the inside corner, strike 1. And it's 0 for 2. Burns got him on a fly his last time, struck him out back in the 2nd. Good pitch from Prindle, but it's 1-1. Left side, tough play from Schaefer. It's a long throw. Got him. Fantastic play by Landon Schaefer behind third base. And Prindle sets down the Waves in order through 4.5. Waves on top by 2. Santa Barbara Airport with 5 airlines. American, Alaska, Delta, Southwest, and United with 13 nonstop destinations. Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Oakland, Phoenix, Portland, Sacramento, Salt Lake City, San Francisco, Seattle, and San Diego. With 26 daily departures, SBA's newest daily service to Chicago and San Diego ensures that you can get all over the world with just one easy connection. Skip the traffic and stress of driving to LA and enjoy a stress-free start to your trip by flying SBA. Learn more and book your flight today at flysba.com. Santa Barbara Airport. Depart differently.
Barbara Foresters is number
Bottom of 5, Sandusky, Newstrom, Rutenbar in the 5th inning. And this 5th inning brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's has 2 locations in Santa Barbara, 1 on Lower State Street and 1 in Goleta. Finney's, a great place to gather before or after any Foresters game. Finney's Craft House. So it's Joe Sandusky lead off for the Foresters, trailing by 2. First pitch is in there at 83 from Josue Sayer, who struck out the side in the 4th. There have been 3 strikeouts in the game, all at the hand of the man on the hill. Sandusky brought home the first run of the game for the Foresters in the 3rd. Doubled down the right field line, stole a base, and also scored. Here's the 1-1 from Sayer. To the left side, Wick knocks it down and safe. Sandusky beats it out. He's on to start the 5th.
Up to bat, number 30, Chris.
It was a heck of a play from Wick. But Sandusky's now 2 for 3. And the batter's Chris Newstrom. It's a 1 on, nobody out. Newstrom pops it up. Here's Hansen. 1 down. And Rutenbar strolls to the plate.
Hitting number 8.
1 on, 1 down.
Rutenbar.
His last time retired on a pop-up to second. Walked his first time, was stranded at second base. First pitch down the way, ball 1. We said his last time, Rutenbar, 51 games with Arkansas this past year. Started 38 of those 51. Check on Sandusky. One of the better runners on this team. 3 stolen bases on 4 attempts. And even in terms of the running game, Joe was brought in yesterday as a pinch runner for Caleb Hoover in the 9th inning. 1-0 on Rutenbar. Fly ball to center. Hollis right in front of him, but that ball is down. Hollis didn't see it, and Rutenbar is aboard.
Up to bat, number 4.
So that fell harmlessly right in front of Hollis to put 2 on with 1 out in the 5th. So Rutenbar collects his first hit of the day. Sandusky into scoring position, tying run on base for Assen Klepsch. That ball gets away, and Sandusky over to 3rd. Rutenbar down to 2nd, puts 2 in scoring position with just a single out. Gets rid of any force out at second base. An opportunity to tie this game with a base hit. And Klepsch brought home the second of the 2 runs on the board for the Sturs. Doubled in the left his last time. First time was retired in left on a fly ball. And by the way, it goes down as a pass ball to advance the runners. That's hard hit once again, right in front of the bullpen down the left field line. Strike 1. 2-2. Josue Sayer had no issues in the fourth, striking out the side, trying to navigate 2 singles in this 5th inning. Count runs full. Next, Kurt Ippolito. Sandusky, the lead runner. And here's the 3-2 from Sayer. That loads them up with 1 down in the 5th.
Up next for the Foresters,
And the batter is Ippolito.
Kurt Ippolito.
There's going to be a visit to the hill for Josue Sayer, who at this point has gone an inning and a third. Pair of singles, not particularly hit hard, and a walk. And Ippolito, off a multi-hit game yesterday, he actually drove in the lone run in that game yesterday. Since it's 8 RBIs this season, he's 0 for 2 today. Fouled out to the catcher and was retired 5-3. An opportunity, base hit to tie this game, with Kleps working the 1-out walk. First pitch to Ippolito, handled by Lieben. Ball 1. We've touched on throughout this season what Ippolito has done at the plate and how good he has been just getting on base, keeping the line moving, whether he's in the top spot in the middle or at the back end of the lineup. And so good. That's a strike, evens the count. Swayer coming up on 30 pitches. High and tight as Ippolito spun out of there for ball 2. What a chance for the Foresters. Trailing by 2. Three and 1. Nowhere to put them. Josue Sayer just walked Klepsch. 3-1 to Ippolito. And that forces in the 3rd run of the ball game for the Foresters. RBI walk for Ippolito.
Up to bat, number 7, Makani Navarro.
They remain loaded for Navarro. Navarro 0 for 2. Strike 1. So 3 straight reaching safely for the Foresters. The Rutenbar single. Klepsch, Ippolito working walks. Right side. Nielsen picks it up, makes the play over to first. Safe. Good speed from Navarro, beats it out, and the game is tied.
Hitting next, number 24, Landon Schaefer.
So Navarro aboard on a fielder's choice. Ippolito erased at second on the force out. So 4-4. And a conversation now on the right side of the infield. As Navarro picks up his 4th RBI of the season. And runners on the corners, 2 down. And the game is tied. The batter is Landon Schaefer. Bottom of the 5th inning. And a reminder, this 5th inning brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's, 2 locations in Santa Barbara, 1 on Lower State Street and 1 in Goleta. Finney's a great place to gather before or after any Foresters game. The crew confers, and Navarro remains safe at first base. Go-ahead run 90 feet away for Landon Schaefer. The Foresters have never led in this game. As when the coach is ushered back to the third base dugout for the San Diego Waves. First and third. Klepsch at third. Navarro at first. Schaefer gone 0 for 2 today. And Josue Sayer, the first man he actually faced, currently stands at the plate. That's a fly ball to left, sends Tucci back and comfortably handles out number 3. Santa Barbara pushing to Strand 2, but the game once again is tied after 5, 4-4 between the Waves and the Foresters.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com.
Henry Prindle back to work for the Foresters after a 7-pitch 5th inning. The game once again is tied 4-4. Nilsson, Lieben, and Hollis for the Waves. Gets underway in the 6th. That's in there, strike 1. So Prindle, great to see him have a quick 1-2-3 5th. Back out for a 2nd inning. Nilsson takes ball 1. Andreas 0 for 2. Struck out his first time, reached on a drop third strike, and a fly out to left. And all 8 runs on the scoreboard have been scored in 2-run bursts. Teams exchanged 2 runs in the third. Waves took a 4-2 lead in the fourth, and the Foresters just equalized. Count's now full. Prindle pitched the last 2 years with Creighton. Brings home the 3-2. Struck him out, 1 away. First K for Prindle. 5th by SB pitching.
Up to bat, number 7, Brady Libon.
So 1 down, bases clears. Liban struck out his first time. Was hit by a pitch, scored his last time. Prindle opens up with a low fastball at 90, 0-1. A San Diego Waves team playing their 20th game of the season, just their 6th CCL game. A full slate for the Waves up and down the California coast. 2 quick strikes on Brady Liban. 1-2. Two and two. Prindle this season, 5th time he's taken the hill. He's now gone 7 1/3 with what he has thrown here today. 2-2. And a fly ball into left. Navarro is there, 2 down.
Now hitting, number 26, Michael Hollis.
With 2 out, the batter is Michael Hollis, who's 0 for 2. In a tied game in the 6th. Ball 1. Prindle does have a 1-0 record, and it's his game now. After Zane Burns ended up going 4, was on the hook. That has been erased with the 2 spot in the last inning by the Foresters to make it a 4-4 contest. Ball and a strike on Michael Hollis. Hollis spent the past year with Golden West CC. Behind the count, 1-2. For Henry Prindle, the 6'5" right-handed reliever. Grew up in Las Vegas, graduate Bishop Gorman. Gets ahead of Hollis, 1-2. Did not miss by much, 2-2. So Prindle start off the inning with a strikeout. And he has to throw at least 1 more on Hollis. And Prindle this past year with Creighton ended up having 9 appearances, all out of the bullpen. And some good work here with the Foresters out on the West Coast, a little closer to home. Another 2-2. Full count. Should the inning continue, it'll be Tucci. In the final meeting of the year between the Waves and the Sturs, first of which the Forsters walked off the Waves on the 18th. That is ball 4. And Hollis, great plate appearance after a couple strikes, ends up reaching base on balls to continue the inning. The first man to reach against Prindle this afternoon. So Hollis walks, and Tucci, who is 2 for 2. A single and a double, 2 runs scored. Just missing at 90, ball 1. The Waves last scored in the 4th inning. That's bounded over to Sandusky. And Prindle works around a 2-out walk through 5.5. Tied game in Santa Barbara.
Can you feel that? That little itch to get out of town? At Santa Barbara Airport, we feel it too. But when you're ready to trade the usual view for something new, don't drive to LA. Depart stress-free at SBA. With 26 daily nonstops to 13 destinations, we're one stop to anywhere in the world. Go ahead, scratch that travel itch. Just skip the hustle. Visit flysba.com and take off easy. Santa Barbara Airport. Depart differently.
Tied game in the bottom of the 6th. Woodworth, Turner, and Sandusky face a new arm. Chapman Weber takes over for Josue Sayer. So Woodworth leads off. He is 0 for 2. And the Forsters leading the CCL South, actually leading the league in best win percentage in the entire CCL at 15-2 off their just second loss of the season yesterday. The hands of their rivals, the Slow Blues, lost 3-1. With Slow leveling the season series against the Forsters. It was meeting number 2 of 6 between the Blues and the Sturs. Likely many more games to come. Many more good games between the Forsters and the Blues this season. Last pitch at 89 was down from Weber. It's 2-0. On the edge at 90, 2-1. When you look at what's happened in this game in terms of pitching for the Waves, starter Bowler goes 3. Josue Sayer able to get through 2. Coughed up 2 runs in the last at the hands of the Forsters. 2 runs on 2 hits along with 2 walks. Behind the plate, maybe something for Lieben. That's back behind the plate, counts full. For Josh Woodworth, was a 2-time perfect game All-American out of high school, along with the Max Preps All-American. Spent his freshman year, his past year with Pepperdine. Here's the 2-2. Do it again. And speaking of Pepperdine, if you were with us during the pregame show presented by Costa Copy, we were able to chat with Jack Fowler before the start of this game. Just finished up his freshman year with Pepperdine, and Fowler, who has been one of the most consistent starters, the man who has the most starts for the Forsters this year. We'll talk to him before the start of this one. Great catching up with Jack. Meanwhile, it's 3-2. And the inning starts with a walk. And Woodworth is on to start the 6th.
Up to bat, number 3, Christian Turner.
And one of the cool things with Jack, we've seen him at batting practice in recent days throughout this season. That's pretty cool. And now here comes Bill Petard just outside your picture. And they're going to bring in a pinch runner. So Max Weddle is going to run for Woodworth at first base. So Woodworth lifted for a pinch runner after his walk. The batter will be Christian Turner. But to finish that thought on Fowler, seeming around the batting cages, taking his cuts, hopes to get a AB sometime soon for the Forsters. Last pitched on Tuesday. Picked up the win, his second of the year. Already 4 starts for Fowler this season. Got the ball on opening day. It's a strike at the plate as Weddle is caught flat-footed. What a throw down from Lieben. 1 away. As Turner was trying to lay down the bunt, Weddle a little too far off of first and thrown out by Lieben. And not only that, you lose Woodworth in the game, you bring in the pinch runner, attempt to lay the bunt down, and the base is clear. Strike 2. And unfortunate for Weddle at first base. Trying to inch as far off at first as possible. The bunt trying to be laid down, and as a result, good throw from Lieben. The base is clear. Big bouncer. Here's Kraus. 2 down.
Now hitting for the Foresters, number 6, Joseph Sandusky.
So 2 down. And the batter is Joe Sandusky, who is 2 for 3. Infield singles last time, scored, doubled as an RBI, stole the base, and scored another run. So a great day from Sandusky in the top spot of the order. As Weber starts him off with a low strike. 0-1. Sandusky got his last start 2 games ago. That was against the Philippines. Was batting third in that game with Greece in the top spot. It's currently where Sandusky occupies. He's behind the count 1-2. That's a strikeout. Sandusky retired at first base. And Weber just has to face the minimum, works around a leadoff walk after 6. Tied at 4.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Seventh inning. Pitch and change for the Forsters. Henry Prindle. 2 scoreless innings going the 5th and the 6th. As now Lucian Wexberg takes over in the 7th. Also a defensive change. Wyland Nelson takes over at first base. He'll bat at the 8th spot, which started with Woodworth. Weddle was into the game to run. So a couple of changes, and Wexberg, who has been the high leverage late inning man, starts off Derek Kraus with a strike, 0-1. Wexberg this season, pitching now in his 6th game of the year. 6 innings of work, 5 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 9 strikeouts for Lucian. Leads the team with 2 saves. The other 2 with saves, Trent Roach and Carter Spites. 1-2. Last fastball at 93. Painted perfectly on the corner by Wexberg. Strikeout starts the inning, 1 away. So 1 down, back to the top with Owen Baxter. In a 4-4 game in the 7th. Fastball at 94. It will be called a strike, 0-1. Last time we saw Lucian was on Sunday against the Slow Blues in a 4-run game entered in the 9th. Tossed 17 pitches to record the 3 outs. Breaking pitch misses away, 2-1. And for Lucian, spent some time with Pepperdine. Also spent some time with Westmont College. Falls behind 3-1. Last 2 years with Pepperdine for Wexburg, native of Camarillo. We'll lose the man. Baxter is aboard for the first time this ball game. A 1-out walk.
Now batting, number 19, Tyler Wick.
First walk given up by Wexburg this season. But 1 on 1 out for Tyler Wick. That's outside third, strike 1. Remember, Nelson now at first base. He hits at the 8 spot, holds on to the runner. And today, Wick has gone 1 for 3. His second time single to center, drove home a run. Right up the gut, Sandusky flips to first, safe. As Wick will reach on a fielder's choice to continue the inning, avoids the double play with Baxter retired 4-6.
Now batting, it's our Old Kings Road beer batter, number 23, Kareem Arusovic.
So 1 on 2 out, Kareem Arusovic, who is 0 for 2, along with the sac fly, digs in for the fourth time today. Fastball at 93 on the corner, strike 1. Wexburg led the WCC this past year with 10 saves. Also picked up 3 wins with Pepperdine. All 25 appearances were out of the pen. Runners on the move. That ball is scorched down the line. At the wall. Into second base. Goes the runner. The throw to the plate sails overhead, and just like that, the Waves on a broken play take a 5-4 lead in the 7th. So Arusovic puts the ball up against the right field wall. So Wick at second with 2 downs, a 5-4 game. And that ball gets away. Arusovic over to third. And it's going to go down as a straight double on Arusovic. And with Wick, the early jump at first base, plates the go-ahead run. It's 5-4. That's outside third base for Hank Hansen, 1-1. And by the way, it was a wild pitch to advance the runner to third. Breaking pitch misses upstairs, 2-1. And it looked like initially Wick wasn't going to make the jump to the plate. It was held up at third base. As this is nubbed off the end of the bat, it's going to be Nelson, and he can't make the play, but just able to recover barely as Wexburg covered. So Nelson able to recover, retires Hansen 3-1, and an eventful 7th inning. It's time to stretch. Waves now on top 5-4 over the Sturs.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com.
Bottom of 7. Foresters down by 1. Newstrom, Rutenbar, Klepsch. With Chapman Weber back to work after working around a walk in the last inning, which led off the 6th. To a 3 and 4 for the Foresters, down by 1, consistently trailing in this game. And that was pitch number 16 from Chapman Weber. Newstrom Day 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the 1-0. Dot on the corner at 89 from Weber, 1-1. So the Foresters, playing the majority of this game from behind, were able to tie it up after 5. They have never led. Strike 2. A strikeout starts the inning, 1 down. Fantastic breaking ball by Weber. Put him in stasis, 1 down.
Number 8, Carter Rutenbar.
Batter is now Carter Rutenbar. 1 for 2, scored a run, and has walked. Rutenbar takes a strike, 0-1. And Rutenbar, just in his true freshman campaign with Arkansas, won the highlights earlier this season, what he did against Georgia. Went 3 for 3. Also 3 walks, drove home 3 runs as well. That was on the 18th of April. But a number of these guys playing for the Foresters this season, having big impacts at their respective schools and very large schools. It's now 1-2 on the starting catcher. The other man that comes to mind, Brady Janusik, over 50 starts as a freshman with Baylor. Weber struck out Newstrom. Off the end of the bat to Hansen. 2 down. That brings up DH, the Addison Klepsch. Klepsch is 1 for 2 in RBI. There's a double in the third. Klepsch walked his last time, which loaded them up for Ippolito behind him. And that's down ball 1. He was able to check it, 2-0. Forsters in this one have left 6 after yesterday straining 12 in their 2-run defeat at the hands of the Slow Blues. And Klepsch had 3-0. You have to imagine in the conversation after the game yesterday when the Forsters had an opportunity to set a single-season franchise record for the best start ever through 17 games, came up 2 runs short. They had the ability to get runners on to bring them home, couldn't do so. You have to imagine the coaching staff for the Forsters saying get back to it, especially when Santa Barbara stranded 12. The Blues just stranded 3. Santa Barbara had so many more base runners than the Blues yesterday. And Weber, after falling behind 3-0, now is a full count on the DH Klepsch. This is the final meeting of the year between the Waves and the Sturs. 3-2. And he went around. And a strikeout ends the inning. Second K for Weber. And this game is through 7. The San Diego Waves on top 5-4 over the Foresters.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com.
Final meeting of the year between the Forsters and the Waves has gone to inning number 7. Pitch and change for the Stars. Luke Cornelison takes over for Lucian Wexberg. Nilsson, Lieben, and Hollis for the Waves, the 5, 6, 7 batters. And Luke Cornelison gets the ball here. The Forsters down by 1. 4th appearance for Luke this season. He's got a 1-1 record. First pitch sliced into foul ground. Strike 1. 8 innings in the bag for Cornelison. 4 hits, just a single earned run. He's walked 1 and struck out a whopping 16 through 8 innings. And nothing new for Luke. Getting ahead of batters, nothing 2. Cornelison last pitched on Sunday on Father's Day. And essentially, if you had to ask a lot of people, probably the man that deserved the most credit for the victory. 3 shutout innings against the Blues in innings 6 through 8 to shut down San Luis Obispo. That's hopped over to Sandusky, and a ground out starts the 8th. But those 3 innings, just a single hit. He struck out 6 on 38 pitches. And the man right before him, Will Jordan, picked up his first win of the season.
Number 7, Brady Lieben.
So with 1 down, base is clear. It's Brady Lieben, 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Scored the lone time he reached base. Fly ball to right. It's a long run for Ippolito. But just a step in foul ground makes the play. 2 down. Luke Cornelison, also a two-way man. He's had some run at the plate on the infield as well for the Forsters, much like Josh Woodworth, Caleb Hoover. Been a reliever at DH. We were just touching on earlier Jack Fowler taking cuts during batting practice, looking for an AB at some point this season. So many guys on both sides of the game, on the hill and also at the plate, had big responsibilities this year. It's a 2-0 count now for Michael Hollis. 0 for 2, walked his last time. Fastball at 91, misses down, and a 3-ball count on the number 7 batter, Hollis. Sam Tucci, who is 2 for 3, stands on deck. Hollis gets on to continue the inning in the 8th. Second walk of the ball game for the center fielder.
Now batting, number 18, Sam Tucci.
So the 1 on 2 down. Here is Tucci. That runs away, ball 1. So after the 4-pitch walk to Hollis. 5 straight balls from Cornelison. Broken bat on the check swing. It's going to be tough. And 2 on with 2 down in the 8th. So the shadow lumber by Tucci, and he's now 3 for 4. Schaefer was playing back, essentially a bunt. And it's now 1st and 2nd, 2 down. After Cornelison was cruising for the first 2 outs, has to navigate traffic and falls behind to Derek Kraus, 1-0. And Kraus also 2 for 3, so the 8 and 9 batters today for the Waves coming up big. Kraus fooled there 1-1. Kraus has a single, infield single double. Drove home 2 runs, has plated a run himself. The lead runner is Hollis, one of the better runners on this team for the Waves. Breaking pitch misses down and away, 2-1. And if somehow the Waves could scratch in maybe one more, with the Forsters having 5, 6, 7 scheduled in the bottom half of this inning, put more pressure on the Forster offense. Ball, that's a strike. 2-2. So a generous call for Cornelison gets him back in the count. Should Kraus continue the inning? Top of the order on deck with Owen Baxter. With 2 down, they get a head start. That loads them up in the 8th. 3 straight reaching for the Waves. And it's now Owen Baxter. And here comes Bill Pintard with nobody up in the pen for the Forsters. If you're wondering, top of the order now at the plate, and the Forsters, who dropped a game yesterday. Just their 2nd loss of the season at the hands of the Slow Blues. Their first loss was on the 11th. Trailing by 1 run in this one. And an opportunity for the Waves to open it up.
Now batting, number 11, Owen.
We said it when Cornelison took over. His 16 strikeouts to just a single walk this season. Taking over this inning clean, 2 quick outs. He's walked 2, given up an infield single. Here's Baxter. Ball 1 at 93 from Luke. Two and 0. Baxter 0 for 3. His last time walked. Favorable count. 2-1. Baxter fouls it back, 2-2. What a pitch coming up from Cornelison. Remember, Ippolito, Navarro, Schaefer in the last of the 8th. It's a 1-run game. In the final meeting of the year between the Waves and the Forsters. 2-2. That's in the dirt, and it's going to hit him and force home a run. Hollis plates the 6th run of the ball game. Forces in the run. 6-4 in the 8th. Owen Baxter, RBI hit by pitch. First pitch swinging, that's up the middle off the bat of Wick. A 2-run single by Tyler Wick tacks on 2 more for the San Diego Waves. They now lead 8-4 in the 8th.
23, Kareem Arusovic.
Off there to the first pitch, Wick goes right after it. And this inning, spiraling for the Forsters, it's Kareem Arusovic with 2 on, 2 down. Now a 4-run game. Strike 1. The last 5 have all reached for the Waves. Strike 2. The lead runner is Baxter, who was hit by the pitch to make it a 6-4 game. Arusovic today is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. So now it's going to be a different conversation for the Forsters whenever this inning ends. It was a 1-run deficit. It's pried open now to 4. Arusovic takes upstairs 1 and 2. This is the 8th batter of the inning for the Waves. And remember, all of this coming with 2 down. The first 2 reached. The last 5 have all gotten on with 2 out in the 8th inning. 2 and 2. And Luke Cornelison. Two. Got him on the outside corner to end the inning.
Strikeout by Luke Cornelison.
But the Waves push in 3 more runs. On to the last of the 8th. Ippolito leads off. Forsters trail by 4. Santa Barbara Airport with 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta, Southwest, and United, with 13 nonstop destinations including Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Oakland, Phoenix, Portland, Sacramento, Salt Lake City, San Francisco, Seattle, and San Diego, with 26 daily departures. SBA's newest daily service to Chicago and San Diego ensure you can get all over the world with just one easy connection. Skip the traffic and stress of driving to LA and enjoy a stress-free start to your trip by flying SBA. Learn more and book your flight today at flysba.com. Santa Barbara Airport, depart differently. Bottom of 8. 8-4 lead. Waves over the Forsters. Ippolito, Navarro, Schaefer. For SB, work to do. Down by 4. And a new pitcher in the game, left-handed reliever Sergio Garcia deals a first pitch fastball, strike one. This game has gone Bowler, Sayer, Weber, Garcia in order in terms of arms for the San Diego Waves. Chapman Weber pitching 2, and Garcia likely called upon for the final 6 outs after a 3-run 8th inning for the Waves. They were leading 5-4 entering that last frame. Leave it, leading 8-4. 2-1. Ippolito is 0 for 2 today. Last time, worked a walk with the bases loaded, picked up his 9th RBI of the season. A low strike, 2-2. Garcia playing with Western Oregon, the 6-foot left-handed reliever. Ball 3. It is worth saying the first time and last time that these two teams played, the Forsters were trailing by 2 runs entering the last. Ends up getting 3 to walk it off. Here's the 3-2. Spoiled off to the right, out of play. So Santa Barbara has had success late against the Waves, and actually a very similar situation to where the Forsters were back on the 18th. Left side from the hole. Wick safe. Ippolito beats it out. A long throw from Wick at short. And an infield single starts the 8th for Ippolito.
Number 7, Makani Navarro.
Great speed from Ippolito, his first hit of the ball game. Gets on in front of Makani Navarro. Makani today has reached twice. Got under the first pitch, strike 1. Makani is 0 for 3, reached on error. Fly out to right. Bounced into a fielder's choice. Did pick up an RBI when the bases were loaded. That's handled well by Lieben. 1-1. Landon Schaefer stands on deck. And we just told you the Forsters were trailing by 2 entering the 9th. Last time the teams met. They can get 1 or 2 here, make things more interested entering that final inning. Strike 2 on Navarro. But the top of this inning, you got to give a lot of credit to the Waves, what they did at the plate. Able to get 5 men aboard with 2 down to put up 3 in the top half of this inning. With 2 strikes. That's outside first. We'll do it again. Sergio Garcia this season, 6 2/3. 1-0 record for the left-handed reliever. On the breaking pitch, it's a fly ball for Hollis. He secures out number 1.
Now batting, number 24.
ERA for Garcia so far this season, at 1.35, granted a pretty small sample size. And all these stats for the Waves, we said throughout this game, through the course of their 19 games that they've already played, most of which are not CCL games. This is just their 6th CCL game of the summer. But here's Schaefer with 1 on, 1 out. Strike 1. It looked like Ippolito might make the jump. He is 6 for 7. Stolen bases on attempts. That's in the dirt, 2-1. Schaefer is 0 for 3. Fly out to left. A strikeout and a line out to left. That's away, 3-1. On deck is Wyland Nelson, who will hit for the first time today. Entered defensively after a pinch runner was brought in early in this ball game. This inning started with an infield single, a fly out, now a 3-1. Full count. In a 4-run game in the 8th. The Foresters have never led. The Foresters, throughout the majority of this game, have had a response. When the Waves would put up runs, it was tied at 4-4 after 5. The 3-2. Pitch number 7 coming up to Schaefer. That puts 2 on with just a single out in the 8th. Schaefer reaching for the first time today.
Pinch hitting for the Foresters. Number 28, Wyland Nelson.
So first and second, 1 down. Nelson digs in for the first time today. Can the Foresters just get at least 1 or 2 in this inning to keep it manageable, looking towards the last? Breaking pitch is located by Sergio Garcia, strike 1. There's the 0-1. Ball 1. Leiben's been busy behind the plate, working hard. For Nelson, SoCal City College Player of the Year this past season with SBCC. Grew up in Ventura. Graduated Ventura High School just like Josh Woodworth. Brought home 45 this past season. That's on the outside corner, strike 2. Christian Turner is on deck for the Foresters. A Santa Barbara team dropping just their second game yesterday. That broke an 11-game winning streak for the Foresters. That was second best in the league all year. The Slow Blues at one point won 13 straight. Sturs down by 4 in the 8th. Struck him out, 2 down.
Now pinching for the Foresters, number 27, Sawyer Farr.
Christian Turner was standing on deck. But here comes Sawyer Farr. Farr, the switch hitter, pinch hitting for Turner. So Farr, who has been an on-base machine, hits that in the 9th spot for Turner with 1 on, 2 down. No hit from the right side against the lefty Garcia. Strike 1. And just to put the number to the statement, Farr, an on-base percentage of .667. And this is his 9th game. Every game that he's played in, he has started, so the first time off the bench for Farr this year. His team leading 14 walks and nearly probably half the plate appearances to anyone else. That's in right center field, down for a base hit. And Sawyer Farr brings home 1. The pinch hit for Farr makes it an 8-5 game in the 8th. Goes down as a double on Farr to put 2 in scoring position, 2 down. So Farr, the pinch hit double. And it's now Sandusky representing the tying run at the plate in the 8th. Ball 1. So the Foresters have at least scored 1 in this inning. The Waves will have 4, 5, and 6 in the 9th. Two 2-0. Sandusky batting at the top spot in the order. He is 2 for 4. One of which was a double. As an RBI, he has scored 2 runs. Schaefer, the lead runner, Farr after the pinch hit double at second. Ball 3. Chris Newstrom on deck. A high strike. Garcia gets himself back in. It's 3-1. Sandusky and a fly ball to right center field. Hollis into the gap without number 3. Santa Barbara do get 1 on the pinch hit double by Farr. This game is headed to the 9th. Waves on top 8-5 over the Foresters.
Can you feel that? That little itch to get out of town? At Santa Barbara Airport, we feel it too. But when you're ready to trade the usual view for something new, don't drive to LA. Depart stress-free at SBA. With 26 daily nonstops to 13 destinations, we're one stop to anywhere in the world. Go ahead, scratch that travel itch. Just skip the hustle. Visit flysva.com and take off easy. Santa Barbara Airport. Depart differently.
Ninth inning, 8-5 Waves. Couple of changes for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Carter Spites takes over on the hill. He will navigate 4, 5, and 6 for San Diego. Also defensive change, Brady Janusik is now in center field after the pinch hit by Sawyer Farr. So it's a 3-run advantage for the Waves. Foresters clawed back 1 in the last half inning. It's now Carter Spites. First pitch is in there at 91 on Hank Hansen. Hansen 0 for 4. Spites quickly ahead, 0-2. Spites last worked on Monday against the MLB Academy Barons. What does he go to here? Fastball at 93, up and away. Spites went the final 2 innings, recording the last 6 outs, picked up his first save of the season. Some good defense helped him out down the stretch. But Spites recording all the final 6 outs. Looking to keep it a 3-run game. He was able to check it. It's now 2-2 on Hansen. And when you look at this lineup, a lot of production from the bottom 3, along with the top 2. The middle's been a little quiet in this game for the Waves. In the air to center, straight to newly instated Janusik. Didn't have to move. 1 down. The batter is now Andreas Nilsson, scheduled.
Now it is number 29, Aiden Anderson.
Nilsson scheduled, but a pinch hitter. Caden Anderson, first pitch. Missed for ball 1. Two and 0. Anderson has 12 hits on the season and has tied for second most on this team. Hitting .245. Called upon to pinch hit in this 3-run game in the 9th. That's in there by Spites, strike 1. A lot of fastballs from Carter. Anderson takes ball 3. After Anderson, Lieben, the scheduled batter, starting catcher for the Waves. Full count. Ball 4. And a 1-out walk on the pinch hit by Anderson. He gets on in front of Lieben. So 1 on 1 out for the number 6 batter. Can Spites find a ground ball to take this game to the last of the 9th? If you're wondering, the Foresters have 2, 3, and 4. That is Newstrom, Rutenbar, and Klepsch, the scheduled hitters. And in terms of arms available today, and there's a discussion to be had for San Diego with Garcia running into some traffic in the last. Was able to escape the inning with 2 in scoring position, just conceding 1 run. Just a couple pitchers available today for San Diego. It's been a busy week for the Waves. Played a doubleheader on Monday and played every day since. Lost last night to the Conejo Oaks by 1 run. They're a quality team. And the count's now 1-1 on Lieben. Strike 2. And this week, the Waves, 3 wins to 2 losses in their 5 games that they've played. Though their CCL games, they've gone 0 for 2. Lieben strikes out, 2 out.
Strikeout by Carter Spites, brought to you by Lean Sun Plumbing and Heating.
So 2 down with 1 on. It's Michael Hollis. Hollis' last 2 times has walked. He's 0 for 2. And they're at 94 from Spites, 1-1. Spites spending the past 3 years with UC Davis, 16 appearances in relief. Actually, 14 in relief. He had 2 starts this past year. Runners on the move, and a stolen base by Anderson. He gets into scoring position with 2 down. There's a ball in the dirt, so it's now 2-1. Upstairs, ball 3. Should the inning continue, it will be Tucci. Big bouncer. Schaefer has to backpedal. The throw is shallow, but out. Nice pickup by Nelson. And Spites and company able to work around a walk. This game is headed to the bottom of the 9th. Foresters trail by 3.
Can you feel that? That little itch to get out of town? At Santa Barbara Airport, we feel it too. But when you're ready to trade the usual view for something new, don't drive to LA. Depart stress-free at SBA. With 26 daily nonstops to 13 destinations, we're one stop to anywhere in the world. Go ahead, scratch that travel itch. Just skip the hustle. Visit flysva.com and take off easy. Santa Barbara Airport. Depart differently.
For a full range of outpatient physical therapy services, go to Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy. Our experienced and compassionate therapists, Bill Oakley, Alan Edmondson, and Andy Eubank, will provide you with a custom rehab program. For sports injuries, spine care, post-surgical care, and more, you'll enjoy our state-of-the-art facilities and receive a comprehensive program catered to your greatest physical potential. Alta Orthopedics Physical Therapy, where the Foresters go to heal. Visit altaortho.com.
Number 30, Chris Newstrom.
8-5 ball game in the ninth. Newstrom, Rutenbar, Klepsch, the scheduled batters. 2, 3, and 4. Sergio Garcia remains in this ball game. So here's Newstrom. Can the Foresters find base runners? Last time the two teams played, and only team on the 18th, only time on the 18th, the Foresters entered the last inning trailing by 2 runs. They loaded him up with 2 out. Brady Janusik walked it off. Different situation, down by 3. Ball and a strike on Newstrom. Breaking pitch in there, strike 2. That is foul. Means 1 and 2. And you look back to yesterday's game, the Foresters entered trailing by 2 runs against the Blues. Got the tying run on base, winning run at the plate. And the Foresters left 12 on base in yesterday's affair. Can they get men on here? It's 1 and 2 on Newstrom. Right up the middle. It's going to be tough for Kraus. Safe. Fantastic work by Newstrom. He gets on to start the 9th. On the infield single, Kraus did well just to range behind second. But 1 on, nobody out, and the batter is Rutenbar. Rutenbar is 1 for 3. He's also walked. Breaking pitch down, handled by Lieben. Ball 1. Rutenbar's single was in the shallow center field. That was back in the 5th, came around to score. Fastball upstairs at 86 from Garcia. 2-0. And the Santa Barbara team that has been averaging 8.5 runs a game yesterday were held to just a single run. Trail by 3. And a high fly ball into right. Will it stay fair? No. It had the distance, but on the wrong side of the foul pole. That ball was scorched. Had the distance, but a long strike, number 1. That ball traveled 309 feet. So a long and loud strike 1 on Rutenbar. That's on the outside corner, 2-2. Great pitch from Garcia. That's foul back and out of play. The inning started with an infield single up the middle by Newstrom. Up the middle, Wick, Kraus, Nilsson, late on the throw to first. So Rutenbar reaches on a fielder's choice. Newstrom,
Now batting,
a race on the force out.
Addison Clutch.
So 1 on, 1 out. And the batter is Addison Klepsch, who is 1 for 3, has walked, has an RBI. That just hit was in the 3rd, doubled down the left field line. Breaking ball misses away. 1-0. If you're tuning in late, the Waves put up 3 in the 8th inning. To open things up, the Forsters got one back in the last, and that is smoked down the line but foul. 1-1. With Klepsch at the plate, he was a big reason why the Forsters walked off the last time against the Waves. Here's a 1-1. Ball 2. Came in off the bench to pinch hit, worked a walk. But it was his speed and his grittiness to get to second to avoid a force out up the middle, which kept the game alive with 2 down. And then a couple more Forsters did the rest. Janusik finished off the game. 2-2. Outside third, remains 2-2. Ippolito is on deck for the Forsters. But you know, Sergio Garcia has to be thinking about a ground ball to end this game. Left side, Wick, Kraus, Nilsson, not in time. And a carbon copy of the last sequence. Klepsch reaches on a fielder's choice and a force out 6-4 at second.
Now batting, number 18, Kurt.
And the Forsters down to their final out. And the batter is Ippolito. And even though there are 2 outs on the board, the Forsters, with 2 down, their last 3 men all reach base to walk it off against the Waves. Something that they would need to do here should they want to prevail in this ball game, trailing by 3. First pitch missed away on a breaking pitch to Ippolito, 1-0. That one's located 1-1. Ippolito was 1 for 3. Infield single his last time scored. Back in the 5th, worked an RBI walk with the bases loaded. 1-1 from Garcia. Ball 2. That's on the corner, and the Foresters down to their final strike. With 2 down, Klepsch at first in a 3-run game in the 9th. 2-2 from Garcia. Up the middle, Wick knocks it down, flips, safe! And the ball game continues. This is nearly an identical situation to what happened on the 18th. Ippolito puts the ball in play right up the middle. Klepsch beats out the play at second base to keep the ball game alive. The exact same situation with 2 down. As there will be a pinch hitter. So a great effort from Klepsch in the exact same situation as what happened in the game on the 18th. With 2 out, Ippolito puts the ball in play. Klepsch beats out the force out at second base. And in the case on the 18th, it was far scheduled. Works a walk, put the winning run on base. Janusik walked it off. But here, Navarro is scheduled. But as you just heard, it will be Becker. Two on, 2 out. Tying run at the plate. Ball 1. And by the way, it went down as a single for Ippolito. Tying run at the plate in the 9th. Fly ball to center. That ball's into the gap. Becker makes it a 2-run game in the 9th. Runners on the corners, 2 down, and the winning run now at the plate.
All right, let's stir it up here. Now that is
Tying run on base for the Foresters.
Landon Schaefer.
So here's a conversation on the hill. Garcia looking for one more out. The Foresters are bringing in a pinch runner at first. There's going to be a pinch runner. It's Jack Fowler. So Jack Fowler, the man we spoke to in the Ghost of Copy pregame show, is now pinch running. And there's going to be a change on the hill. So we're going to... Rather, no change. Ends with Garcia. Tying run on base in the form of Jack Fowler. First and third, 2 down. Winning run at the plate. Here's Landon Schaefer, walked his last time. Tying run at first. Ball 1. Polito's at third, Fowler at first. 2-0. And of course, the game right now is at the plate, but on deck is Marcus Grease. Into left field and straight at Tucci, makes the grab, and the ball game is over. Tucci sliding in, and this game is over. Bill Pintard trying to have a conversation with our umpires. And there already was a call that was overturned, and it's getting a little bit more heated. But this game is over. The Foresters had the tying run on base, and the San Diego Waves win this game 8-6. So Schaefer, a hard hit ball. Tucci was able to range to his left, make a sliding catch. And this game is over. The two teams split the season series, 1 win apiece. And the San Diego Waves hold on to this one, winning 8-6. A late push from the Foresters, and the Waves claim this one. And for the first time all year, the Foresters drop back-to-back games. They fall to 15-3. And the San Diego Waves, their overall record now 10-10 and 2-4 in conference play. The Forester homestand will continue tomorrow when they welcome in the Menlo Park Legends for the first of 2 games. So if you're in the area, the home games will be coming to a close here shortly. More away games in July than home games. So Menlo Park in town tomorrow and on Sunday. Come on out and support the Foresters. But once again, the final score in this one, San Diego Waves 8, Foresters 6. For the entire team, entire interning staff, for Bill Pintard, I am Hunter Shoemaker saying so long from Eddie Matthews Field. We'll see you tomorrow. First pitch at 4:30 against the Menlo Park Legends.